And I think how we fix Julie and many of these other wrestlers is actually giving them a character. Most of these wrestlers nowadays are just brash versions of the actual selves instead of having an actual character that the audience can continue to get behind, like a character like The Undertaker or John Cena's Thugonomics character. You know, I believe having an actual character with a backstory would do better for the actual entertainment factor and it'll get more people invested. But I think WWE definitely lacks that. And it's not, I'm not saying that they had that always with every single person. Everybody had a character, but Undertaker and Kane, they had a story. They had an origin story. You know what I mean? You seemingly thought they were actually brothers. I thought they was brothers until a certain age. You know what I mean?
Until last
So
year.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So, literally an hour ago, I
You locked
looked it up.
yourself in the room and didn't talk to anybody for a week.
So like that, the brothers, he turned them half alive. That's crazy. Just like the story that gets people more invested, and I think that lacks for it. And I'm not even just talking about Julia. That's for most wrestlers. You know what I mean? But I think having an actual character could help them in the long run.
I would agree. I would even say that it doesn't have to be something with some mystic lore, but something that really differentiates them. Like even Rusev. So Rusev had a character arc where it was Rusev Day, him, Aiden English, and Lana, and the whole thing was it was kind of obnoxious to me, and it was one of those kind of things that was very internet or meme coded, to where people like silly things that are just fun for the sake of being fun, but it's not like anything super serious. So it was just Aiden English when you come out and announce, he's like, "It's Rusev Day." He would sing it, and he would announce Rusev, and it was like this grand spectacle. It was like, I would say, a more entertaining version of the Yeet thing, and it gave Rusev some depth. Like people actually were, he was meant to be a heel act, but people were catching to it so quickly and they were enjoying it. And management did not like that. They don't like when fans, when they don't like when things take over organically that weren't in the plan. Like, why are you guys cheering this person? And
Mhm.
especially for that talent, because they end up taking the thing away from you that was getting you over instead of pivoting. Like even Wade Barrett, when he was wrestling, he had a character called Bad News Barrett, and he would tell his thing was he would come out and said that he had some bad news for you. He was pretty much the harbinger of bad news. You thought things were going well, and he would come fuck you up. And
Mhm.
people were cheering along with him. They were saying that I've got bad news for you. Like they were saying it in the audience. And you know what management did? We don't like that. He's supposed to be a heel, and it's just like that. You can have heels that people enjoy their antics and go along with, and maybe transition them to a babyface later. But the answer to that is not taking the person's legs from underneath them and making them as I guess bare bones as possible. That's not the answer.
Yeah.
But to your point, the character is vital. That's what a lot of these wrestlers are like. Like I could tell you all the characters that we remember: Macho Man Randy Savage, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Jake the Snake Roberts, Bret the Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle. I'm just throwing out names that also embody this. They also had like an extra level of depth, and it wasn't just athletic guy number 6 that had uh, a really good match last week with Rey Mysterio. Rey
Mhm.
Mysterio had he's there's so many people. I think that the people, even even some of the people that are on the roster that are still active. So like Randy Orton, he's not active right now. I mean, I haven't seen him. He's in Saudi Arabia promoting the Royal Rumble, but he doesn't have a character right now.
Right.
Like you remember the Legend Killer Randy Orton, the Authority Randy Orton. Now he's
Imagine,
just
imagine he comes back and he's like the rookie killer, Randy Orton. Like he just up all the rookies that comes up. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, yeah, he had characters too. I definitely remember the Legend Killer Randy Orton. One of my favorite Randy
Pete.
Ortons. Yeah, yeah.
I would say that was I don't know. It's a close call between that and like 2009 Randy, when he was bald. He was just he kissed Stephanie McMahon and was punting people in the head. That was something.